Hi traders, welcome to the new Forex weekly forecast for the trading week beginning on December 9th. Now we are in December year end, and usually the market volumes they drop in the last month of the year. And moving forward, I think the market will be on low volume, so we need to be trading cautiously. Apart from that, we have four different central banks coming up in the next week with their monetary policy. We have Reserve Bank of Australia, followed by Canadian Reserve Bank. We have Swiss National Bank and the European Central Bank. So let's deep dive into the charts and find the tradable opportunities for the coming week. And as usual, I'm going to start my weekly analysis video with the first instrument, that is dollar index. Now here, based on the historical chart pattern, I can see that I'm going to apply multiple fib extensions. So I'll start from the lowest point here. I'll pick this one. I'll connect with this high and I'll plot the first fib extension in the bullish direction. So let's do that. Picking the extension from the lowest, connecting to the high and the higher low here. Okay, so based on this fib extension, it looks like dollar is going to 113.96, or we can say in round numbers 114. Now this is long-term scenario. It also gives me an opportunity to apply another fib extension starting from the new low point, which is formed here after the bullish divergence, and the buyers created the first high, and this is the higher low, the pullback point I'm going to refer to. So I'm going to plot another fib extension here, the next ABC pattern, connecting to the high and joining with the higher low. And let's change the color of the second fib extension to blue this time. Now if you notice, we have a super strong magnetic resistance area at 113.96, or we can say in round numbers 114. So this is gonna be long-term scenario. Now coming to the lower time frame, that's daily. Now based on daily, I'm referring to lower lows with bullish divergence, which is a strong one, and the buyers have completed the breakout structure, and we have bearish divergence on the top. Now we have histogram bearish divergence, but not on MACD lines, which means dollar index will enter into some corrective phase, pullback or retracement, and it should continue in the bullish direction again. So currently dollar index got rejected at the fib extension 100%, price level of 107.005, and after that I can see that it's creating a sequence of low and a lower high. Now let's move to the next lower time frame here, moving to 4 hourly now. Now based on 4 hourly, yes, the pattern is again bearish because we have bearish divergence on the top. So buyers were exhausted here and the sellers have completed the breakout structure. Now usually after completing the breakout structure, market goes back for retracement, and yes, this is the retracement level. So it gives me an opportunity to apply fib extension in the downward direction now. So I'll start from the highest, that's point A. I'll connect to point B, the low point, and the lower high, that's point C here. Let's mark it red. So based on bearish fib extension, the first target is 105.49, followed by 104.79. That's fib extension 100%. And we also have a bearish trend line here. So until dollar index remains lower than the falling trend line, and most importantly this price level, that's around 106.5, I think it should remain bearish. The invalidation would be if we get a close higher than this level. So that's 106.5. That would be the invalidation of the corrective plan, the bearish plan here. Now looking at the 1 hourly time frame, and I can see here that we got double top. One second here. Yeah, we got double top here again with bearish divergence, and the sellers have completed the breakout structure. So we have push to the next support level, pullback, which brings it back to the falling trend line, and it should continue in the bearish direction now. So here I'm going to apply another Fib extension in the downward direction now to get the magnet levels. Assuming this is the high, let's see where do we get the magnets here. So we need to change the new extension color here. Okay, so I can see this is the first magnet zone, and yes, the second magnet zone is here. So it's coming between 105.01 to 104.79. So this is my anticipation, this is my expectation that dollar index, after retracing towards the falling trend line, retesting, it might give a false breakout in the bullish direction, and then it should continue downwards to complete the correction, and it should come to the price level of 104.79. So short-term bearish plan, but ultimately in the longer run, dollar index remains bullish. Now the first currency pair which I'm going to talk about is Euro versus Australian dollar. Let's start from the weekly frame here. Now based on the weekly frame, we have bullish divergence at the bottom, lower lows with bullish divergence, and it's a strong one coming on MACD lines and histogram together. The buyers have completed the BOS, and they have also completed the pullback. I'm going to apply Fib retracement here, starting from the lowest, connecting to the highest, and we got the retracement. Usually we get around 50 to 61, but this time this currency pair has given only 38% retracement. Now moving down to daily. Now if you notice, we got a kind of double bottom here, equal lows, with the new bullish divergence on histogram and MACD lines together. Now the break of structure level is not yet done. Now BOS is not yet done. So yes, we are bang on the BOS level. So let's label it as BOS, and this is not yet done. But the momentum is strong, strongly bullish. I'm going to zoom in and let's see MACD histogram. So MACD histogram is clearly bullish. MACD lines, they are in the bullish condition at the moment, and there is no slowdown, ultra bullish. Now let's move to 4 hourly chart. Now based on 4 hourly chart, I have the opportunity to apply Fib extension in the bullish direction. So I'll start from the lowest point, connect with the first high and the higher low. So we have a strong magnet level at 1.6350. So this will serve as a strong support now. It has already crossed above Fib extension 100%, and the next destination is 1.618. So the target in terms of price level is 1.6618, and followed by 1.6721. Currently we are at 1.6523. And what about the condition on MACD? MACD histogram is rising, MACD lines, they are clearly rising. So no signs against. Buyers are running strong at the moment. Now let's move to 1 hourly chart. Now based on 1 hourly chart, I can see that it has reached an important area of resistance. It's the BOS level. There is a probability of pullback because MACD histogram has started creating bearish divergence, and MACD lines, there is a potential bearish divergence coming up. It's not yet done, it's not yet completed, but yes, there is a high potential. So which means there will be a short-term pullback from the current price, and I believe it should take support at the highlighted zone, which is a magnet support area, and it should resume its bullish trend, and the next target is Fib extension 1.618. In terms of price level, it's going to be 1.6618, followed by 1.6723. So the plan is to buy the dips. And the invalidation of this bullish plan would be if we get a break below this area. So during pullback, if sellers they push the price lower than 1.6187, that's gonna be the invalidation of bullish plan. Otherwise, most likely it should bounce from 1.6350. In case if the retracement gets deeper, it should hold at 1.6200 and resume the bullish trend. Now, most of the Pacific pairs, they are bearish at the moment because Pacific currencies, they are weaker at the moment in comparison to other currencies. New Zealand CHF is the next instrument. Now, starting from daily or maybe weekly, the pattern is ultra bearish. We have a sequence of high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, and lower high. At the moment, I do not see any bullish divergence on the chart, so it means it is ultra bearish. I'll plot Fib extension starting from this high, which is 2021 high. I'll connect with the first low and I'll mark the Fib extension. Let's make it red. So we are right now slightly higher than Fib extension 3.618, but we are clearly below Fib extension 300. It means the next destination is 3.618. So let's highlight this price level. Moving down to daily, even on daily, it looks ultra bearish. I can start my new Fib extension from daily high here. I'll connect with the low and the next lower high to get the magnet levels here. So let's see if we get the magnet levels, the duplication levels here. Yes, the strong magnet level is here at 0.49. This is in between 0.4901 to 0.4878. So daily chart is also looking ultra bearish at the moment. MACD histogram, MACD lines, they are clearly running bearish without any bullish divergence on the chart. I'm gonna add another Fib extension in the downward direction, starting from the lower high, connecting with the next low and the next lower high. So here we get the new magnet zone, which is at the current price level. So we might get some bullish bounce around 0.5100. Now the plan is until it remains lower than this falling trend line, any pullback should be taken as an opportunity to sell for the target price of 0.500 followed by 0.4900, which is derived from the magnet zones. Moving to 4 hourly, even on 4 hourly, I do not see any loss of momentum in the bearish direction. In fact, MACD lines, MACD histogram, price, everything is running in the downward direction, in the bearish direction with full momentum. Now here I can add another Fib extension in the downward direction to be taken on the lower time frame. Let's mark with golden lines here. So yes, so the next magnetic zone is coming around 5039. So if we get a bounce during the week, a pullback, take it as an opportunity to sell. Sell on the rise is the plan for euro versus Australian dollar. Now trade cautiously because we have interest rate announcement from the Reserve Bank of Australia. I think it's on coming Tuesday, so there could be high volatility after the announcement, but trade cautiously. Any pullback should be taken as an opportunity to sell until it breaks above this price level. So this is the level of 5231. So we need a 4 hourly or daily closure above 0.5231 to invalidate the bearish plan. Otherwise, sell on the rise. Now the next instrument is gold, and gold is stuck at the moment. The price action is not very promising, not clear. Now based on weekly chart. I'll mark Fib extension starting from the low of 2022. So I'll take this as my starting point. I'll connect with the first high and I'll connect with the higher low. So we got a strong support at this price 2590. The next extension is at 2.618, the price level of 2825, which is not yet done. I can see loss of momentum because there is bearish divergence on MACD histogram but not on MACD lines, which means there should be short-term pullback and then gold should resume its bullish journey. Now this is coming on weekly chart, but at the moment histogram is in the bearish direction. So MACD histogram running bearish at the moment. Moving down to lower time frame, that's daily. Now based on daily chart, I have higher highs with bearish divergence coming together on MACD histogram and MACD lines, which means the bearish divergence is strong and the sellers have completed the BOS. Now usually once the BOS is done, the market pulls back and resumes the trend. So this is the pattern. Now I'm going to apply Fib extension in the downward direction here. Starting from the highest, connecting to the low and the next lower high. Let's mark it red. So the first extension is already done, 61.82576 already achieved. Now if the bearish momentum continues, which is most likely anticipated because dollar is bullish on the higher time frame, only in the shorter run dollar is expected to correct. So most likely if gold continues its bearish correction, then it should reach Fib extension 100, that is the price level of 2489, and at the moment it is consolidating, it's running flat here. Now I'm gonna mark Fib retracement starting from the highest to the current low. So we got the push downwards, breaking the BOS. We got the retracement, which was exactly in between 61.8 to 80%. And then the new trend was expected to be bearish. But due to short-term correction in US dollar, I believe the short-term bearish momentum in gold has faded. Now I'm moving to 4-hourly chart. Now on the 4-hourly time frame, I can see that we got bullish divergence. We got the first push up, we got the drop, and now it's consolidating sideways. It's in a range, it's in a triangular pattern at the moment. I'm going to mark a falling trend line here. I'll mark a trend line connecting the highest point and the next lower high. And until gold remains below the falling trend line, any pullback should be taken as an opportunity to sell. Short term, it can rise to the trend line, it can rise to 50%, and then it may come back in the downward direction. Now I'm moving to 1-hourly time frame. Now based on 1-hourly time frame, it's in the sideways consolidation at the moment. So here, dropping from the trend line, coming to the specific support zone, it has gone flat, it has gone sideways. Now due to short-term correction, which I'm expecting in dollar index, gold may rise towards the trend line or Fib retracement 50%. That could be the price level of 2680, or it can even touch 61.8, that's 2700, but ultimately it should resume its downward trend. The pattern is not very clear, not very promising at the moment, so trade cautiously. Let's go to 15 minutes. Only on 15 minutes I can see that we have lower low formation with bullish divergence coming together on MACD lines and histogram. The buyers have completed the BOS, and now it gives me an opportunity to apply Fib retracement on the latest up move, and I'm expecting that short term, after completing this retracement, short term it should rise and complete the corrective pattern, and then it should continue its downward journey. So I'm going to apply fib extension in the bullish direction on 15 minutes based on bullish divergence and BOS. Let's mark it with green. So this is the first extension level, that's 2645, followed by extension 100, that's 2656, followed by 1.618 coming at 2674, and ultimately it could reach 2685, but not beyond 2685. Okay, now in the current weekly forecast video, I've added one stock from the US market. It's called TOST, and the pattern is ultra bullish here. So here, looking at the weekly chart, the setup looks amazingly bullish. So we have a low point here, followed by higher low, higher low, higher low, and higher low, in conjunction with higher highs. And there is no bearish divergence. We have higher high pattern on MACD histogram, and we have higher high pattern on MACD lines as well. So the pattern remains ultra bullish. I'm going to mark fib extension here. And currently it reached extension of 161. Usually after touching 161, market retraces back to 100%, and in some cases it can go as deep as 100, which should give us the opportunity to buy and make some money in the longer run. Moving down to daily here, no signs against, there is no bearish divergence, so the pullback, so the retracement could be short-lived. So current price is 38.81. If we get 34.9, 35, take it as a buying opportunity. I can also go to 4-hourly chart, and even on the 4-hourly chart, I do not see any signs against. Higher high pattern everywhere. So we have higher highs in conjunction with higher highs on MACD lines and MACD histograms. So this is ultra bullish. I'm going to add another fib extension to get the confluence, to get the magnet zones here. So I'll start from the next low, connect with the next high and the higher low. Let's change the color of the lower time frame fib extension, and yes, it reached the extension level, found resistance, and the next magnetic support is here. So I've marked two magnetic zones. The lower one will provide support, so which is at 34.35. It got blocked at 42, and once it breaches 42, the next target is gonna be 49 to 50. So the plan is to buy around 35 and hold it for the target of 49 and 50. So it will be mid to short term plan, not intraday setup for holding this stock in the US market. So these are the instruments which I've shortlisted and covered in this weekly video. I hope my trading plan adds value to yours, and I wish a profitable trading week ahead. Bye-bye.